Welcome to your daily focus for July the 27th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We have the full moon. Look at what jumped out. The Ace of Swords jumped out of the deck. Said you better be thinking positive today. You better be thinking about where you want to go. What direction. You may see things that are holding you back through the reflection of what you want to step into, who you want to become. What imbalance is there? But this is really about sending your deepest passions, dreams, desires up to the heavens, up to the clouds, up to Source, your angels, God, your spirit guides. This is knowing that your messages will reach its destination. So keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts strong. I don't think we'll have any problems, though, keeping our thoughts strong, because we have the Moon and Mars sitting right together for this lunar eclipse. Okay, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look. I guess I'm not done talking about it. Well, that's a rarity. Jumped out again. I put it back and it jumped right back out. And I said, no, there's more. There's more to talk about here. So I see the clouds. My clouds tell me that it may not be clear on how we're going to get to where we want to go. That we shouldn't let that hold us back, pull us down. Think that we can't self-sabotage ourselves in some way. And the mountains talk about this great success, and look at them. They just look like a solid rock. They're so strong, they're so majestic. So this is truly a time to believe in yourself and where you can go and who you can become and what you can transform into, or the path that you can transform stepping into. Through your own thoughts, through your own dreams, through your own desires. So a little ritual that you can easily do during a full moon. And we have the full moon lunar eclipse, so it's that much more potent and strong, is write down on a piece of paper the things that you want to release yourself from. Because this sword can cut away all kinds of negative energy out of your life. So write down that you don't want to feel that sense of rejection or lack of love or fear or anxiety or loss or ill health. That you want to write down the things that you want to release. I was already going to the positive again, because that's who I am, but really on this piece of paper we don't want to write down the positives as much as we want to write down the release. And during the lunar eclipse, burn that piece of paper in, of course, a fireproof container. You don't want to set the place on fire, but you want to turn it into ashes. Then either bury them in the ground or throw them in water to release them. For my Patreon viewers, we got a special project happening, so I can't wait to hear about all of that. If you're in the tea time. Because you use those ashes in even a more potent way. But release what you no longer want in your life, so that you can go after your dreams, your goals, your desires, your wants. Okay, I'm going to put it back in, and I'm going to cut this deck before it has a chance to fall out again. A card fell out just now, upside down. So we'll take a look at it. We have the Ace of Wands turning over. Okay, enough of this, guys. Ace of Swords fell out of the deck again. Ace of Wands right after it. This is believing in yourself. This is believing in your dreams, your desires, your goals, your wants, knowing that you can have whatever you want to manifest in your life, whatever you want to transform in your life. You do have this power. Now, aces represent the path that you have not stepped onto yet. So know that when that solar eclipse happens, August the 11th in Leo, yes, 3 solar eclipses, or 3 eclipses this year, 2 solar and a lunar. So a very transformative time for us to really set out into some new beginnings, some new starts. This card shows us our maturity, that we can do the actions, we can make it tangible. We have learned what we've needed to in order to go forward. So if you don't know it, it doesn't matter right now. You will learn it. It's not important to take that step. Okay, 2 aces go back in. We will give it an extremely fast shuffle and get the 10 of Swords to flip out. Well, we could be here for days, people. Aren't they magnificent? The 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, yeah, we are going to feel like we have been beaten up. We've been fighting that battle for so long in a day. Forever in a day. We've learned so many lessons. We've been through so many hardships. And this is really telling us to attach ourselves to our wisdom. Look at the owl on the tree. The more he saw, the less he spoke. Why can't we all be like that wise bird? And really tap into our knowledge, to pay attention to what signs, what clues, what signals we are getting to actually move forward in certain paths. And yes, what things are telling us to move away from certain things in our life. Now, I always loved the 10 of Swords, even though most people fear it, because I see the sun rising, a new day dawning, that we're ready to push ourselves up, that we're ready to embrace our inner warrior, our strength. So 2 aces and the 10 of Swords, watch your emotions, because they can be all over the place. And so a regular full moon energy, lasts for a cycle of 4 weeks, but a lunar eclipse will last for the next 6 months. And we're already in the solar eclipse energy that happened on July the 12th in Cancer at 20 degrees. Beautiful 3 energy, I think, was the daily for that. And we're moving into another one. And we got the 5 of Swords that flipped out. I guess I'm just not supposed to even cut the deck today, and because these are the cards we're being given. The 5 of Swords, that's going to be a struggle. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like you wake up and all of a sudden everything is picture perfect just like you imagined it. It's going to take work. It's going to take struggle. It's going to take perseverance. It's going to take patience. And yes, even though we had the Ace of Wands already pop out, I should have kept these cards out, but I want to see if they pop out again now. Like the Ace of Swords kept doing. And here we have another Swords. So in the Ace of Wands, we see the mature butterfly, and here we are learning to grow our wings. So the path ahead is a lot of new adventures, new opportunities, new learning experiences, new growing experiences to really transform ourselves. And yes, we're really in the thick of those clouds now, but look, as we get upwards, how the clouds start to dissipate. We have the clarity, we have the understanding to even take our dreams to the next level, and the next level, and the next level, and beyond. Thinking we should almost just go to the affirmation cards here. Okay, I promise I'm going to cut them right now. And our card is, look at this, the sun. Well, especially if you are in Australia, you won't be getting the lunar eclipse until the 28th, I believe, which boils down to the sun for the numerology. So this card is definitely saying we are mature and yet a child going into a new journey. So this is a time for all of us collectively to step into new paths. It could be better health. It could be new love. It could be deepening a love that has been dissipating. This could be new career choices, promotions, new activities within the community, within the world, within the collective. You've grown on your path, and yet we become a child again on this new path. So expect the unexpected. Go with the flow. We're illuminated here. And it's about us. It's about our journey. It's about our step forward. It's not about somebody else's. It'll be very me-centered. So keep the ego out of it, please. Because when the ego steps in, we're going after things for the wrong reasons. And at the end of the day, we're not successful. Because it doesn't resemble the person we want to become, or the person we are. We change in some way that we find negative, that leads us astray. It's not about stepping into something to look better than somebody else, to belittle somebody else, to hurt somebody else, to be the king of the castle, the king of the hill. It's not for those reasons. That just comes as an afterthought because of who you've become, what you've stepped into. Oh my, messy dust today. Not any room for my cards. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is we are summoning a new reality for ourselves. There's those clouds again. But we hold that sword, even though we are summoning the new beginnings of what we don't like coming our way, we are going to be wanting to just take that sword and cut them away. We sit prepared. And this is very much, I get emotion, strong emotion coming through this. I see all the blues. So calm those emotions. Think through those emotions. Understand what those emotions are trying to tell you or teach you. Be mindful of them. You don't want to cut away something because you thought it was ugly and not part of your path, only to find that you needed that more than everything else. So we want to think things through, especially when it comes to our emotions. And follow your heart. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is the new path of abundance. We get three aces for a full moon lunar eclipse. So expect the endings to happen. Because aces represent a path that we haven't stepped into yet. And in order to step into that new path, we cannot be carrying the old baggage with us. It cannot be the same in some way, some aspect. We have to allow for change. We have to allow for closure. We have to allow for healing. This is the Ace of Pentacles, so of abundance, of love. And normally I would read this as our conflict card, but so many cards have fallen out that it might have lost its place. So I think I'm going to stop there. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm going to stop there and go to an affirmation card for us, or two. I'm not going to pick all 5 like I normally would for this type of reading for some reason. I don't know what it is. Not for me to know. So 3 aces for this reading, and the Ace of Swords was very adamant in making sure that, so it is first and foremost, affirmations, new moon affirmations. I always put a link in the description box of just about every video I put out. Ace of Water with the 6, love. Ace of Water with love. Page of Water, sorry, Page of Water with love. So we are in a highly intuitive state. The veil is very thin. This is a time to ask us to have, I almost see that as the Strength card, just because of the picture that's depicted here. Of telling us to rest, recuperate, relax, to turn our attention more on the focus of what we love about the person that's in front of us, rather than what we don't like, what bothers us, what irritates us, what they're not doing that we feel they should. And just let 2 hearts co-create going forward as one. To see where and how you can put your total trust and love and support into each relationship. Deepening relationships, strengthening relationships. And so with the Page of Water, new mentors could come into our life, or we could become the mentor, depending on our path. This is to look forward, to become childlike again, to believe in ourselves. That's why we ask little kids what they want to be when they grow up, because there's no limitation. They haven't painted themselves into a corner. They haven't been told that they couldn't yet. And so they have these great aspirations, and somehow they get whittled down into who we become. And we allow for that. And so it's to become childlike again, and to start believing in the magic that you can step into that surrounds you. Let's read what, well, Page of Water was the first, so we will go to Page of Water first. Open-heartedness, childlike innocence, curiosity, beginning of intimacy and relationships, playfulness, and cheerful optimism. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. All adventures lead me to where I need to go. Love awaits. Life is a delightful dance, and I'm here to frolic and play. I'm ready with a big smile, and I have on my dancing shoes. And what I got when I was reading that is, you know what? If you're hitting some hard spots over this lunar eclipse, then dance it out. Put that energy into something creative. Allow yourself to feel that childlike wonder and innocence again. And I don't think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. So we have to keep reminding ourselves that life is a dance. Life is a joy. But we have to create it. We have to step into it. We have to summon it, as the Queen of Swords has told us. And love. Oneness. In all of life, there is only the illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I make is about an experience, a sharing, an exploring? When I choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds, love is all around me, spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. And especially if you're not feeling like you have all that much love in your life, it's even more important to start your day with, I can give and receive abundant love, and invite it into your life. We are all reflections of another. Try walking down the street and everybody you see, look in their eye and say, I see me. And that'll give you a real eye opener too. You know, we all struggle over the same things. Different intensities, absolutely. We all fear over certain things. We all want to be loved and accepted and respected. There's a lot of unity in between each of our paths. And see the beauty in people during this full moon lunar eclipse. And see the beauty in who you are. Become childlike again. Believe in yourself again. See the magic within. Now, for the numerology, before I go to the animal card, let's go to the numerology just really fast, because the numerology of the day is the 9, which is the Hermit. The 4.44 degrees of Aquarius is the Emperor. The Emperor in triplicate. The Emperor is the planner. The Emperor knows he's going to succeed. He doesn't leave things to chance or hope or fantasy or good luck. He does the work. He puts together the plan. He surrounds himself with the right people. And then he goes forward with his expectation of it manifesting. There's no room for hope, our dreams, our magic. If it happens, that's all the better. But he's not planning for that part of his life. He's planning for the path forward of creating his kingdom and making it a safe and loving and beautiful place, rich in harvest. The Hermit is the 9 energy. So the Hermit is one that would go into the cave or the desert and say, okay, here I am. This is where I am in life right now. This is a snapshot of where I am at. And this is where I would like to go. So how can I take the steps forward? And you contemplate the path forward. You make the plan. You understand what you need to release, what endings need to happen, where you need to invite in healing in your life. And when you are prepared, when you have done those things, it's time to step out of that cave, step out of that desert, and go forth upon your path with a surety, with a knowledge. And so that's the energy that we're being asked to tap into. Although, you know, we have the sun opposing Mars, and we're going to be feisty. We're going to say, it's this way or the highway. We are going to put our backs against the wall and say, no, I'm going straight forward. You can't stop me. And so anger could come in, fears. We could allow our fears and anxieties to kind of push us into knee-jerk reactions. So it's very important to consistently keep in the conscious over the next several weeks, for sure. Minimum, we want to keep into the conscious of taking that breath, taking that step back, not letting everything get under our skin, not allowing everything to, attack us on a personal level. Watch your emotion. We'll do an animal card, and of course, yes, I will be doing a Journey of Love card at the end, because there are many who do enjoy it, but in case you turn it off soon, please remember I love you. You just can't make this stuff up. Believe. The unicorn comes out and says, believe. Believe, magic, wish, and unexpected. Believe in yourself, and there will come a day when others will have no choice but to believe in you too. Unicorn tells you that sometimes you get so caught up in the reality and stresses of life that you forget that there is magic all around you, but especially within you. Remember to keep wishing and believing in those wishes. It is when you forget to wish, when you forget to believe, that you stop receiving. It may be little, it may be big, but surprises and unexpected gifts happen when you least expect them. Be open to the unexpected turns in the road of life is an important part of your success. By letting go some of the control and allowing yourself to ride through your life unplanned but with a vision, a dream, faith, and belief, the twists and turns may in fact lead you to the most wonderful surprises. I just got done telling you all about the seriousness in making the plan and not to bank on the fantasy of magic and wishes and just believing. But I think in many ways, if you think about it, the emperor believes in himself, believes in his sage wisdom. He knows that when he puts it together, it's going to work. He has the magic within him. The hermit, the great sage, also has the magic within. And the unicorn is telling you that you too have the magic within. Let's go to our Journey of Love cards. I think it's been a powerful reading, lots of messages, and you know, it's more than a daily because this energy can last up to 6 months in our life. So you may return to this many times. It's always strongest at the beginning. We have intimacy, 35. Becoming one, allowing all that is, both within and without, to blend, like a wave meeting the shore. Each aspect of who we are is part of a grander whole, and in truth, yet greater still. To know myself is to know you, whether I look in your eyes or touch lips or hold hands or bathe in the warmth of our embrace. To know myself is to know you when I look in your eyes. Your vulnerability is the key to your growing spirituality. Now is the time to share yourself openly without pretense or defensiveness. Let down the barriers that have held you apart from one another, from the divine, the world. Let yourself be held by the experiences of your life without needing to defend against them. Expect nothing and to be open to receive everything. Your vulnerability is your way forward now. So be childlike, be open to changes, to new things. You are learning that you have enough strength to truly surrender. You are brave enough to allow yourself to be truly lived by the divine. The message of this oracle is that you have recently opened yourself up in new ways to meet the world and your loved ones, or are considering doing so in order to share something of yourself with another. Do it. You are ready to be seen and received more than ever before. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.